welcome back to Beyond the Manual. Today we're going to do more tractor things. It's getting pretty hot here in Wisconsin, and honestly, the lawn is terrible. I've been ignoring this lawn for the last couple of years, and it's time to show you guys a sprayer system I made years ago that works really well, and you can make it yourself for a lot cheaper than buying one of them fancy ones. And then we're going to get this lawn sprayed, because I think at this juncture it's more weeds than it is grass. So let's turn you guys around. We'll drop the weights off the tractor and get out this sprayer contraption. You guys are either going to love it or you're going to laugh. You might do both. All right, let's go. So this is John Deere's iMatch. There's a whole bunch of people that make these, different varieties, versions, names. It works okay. I still find myself having to get off the tractor way more than I'd like, but it's a little sticky, and the dimensions aren't great, but by and large, it picks things up and puts them down. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to go around and open up this door because I lost the key to this garage door. But right inside there somewhere is the sprayer. And the garage door doesn't open all the way because, well, there's a paint booth on the other side and there's things in the way. But let me struggle getting this open. See you guys in a minute. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that struggle. When we built this, my wife and I we weren't in the position we were now, so every corner I could cut to save a dime on this building, I did it. But let me bring you in here to get this thing turned around. Kind of. I'll show you what we're working with. Okay, so this is, I almost feel like I should get it on the tractor first, but this is a 3-point contraption. You can see I have a roundup tank on there. That's definitely, we don't want to use that one on the lawn. So we'll switch that out. I'll show you just on a rolling platform to get it out of our way. Like I said, I haven't used this in years. You can see some of the yellow paint. I think this was a, might have come from Tractor Supply, one of them carry-all things that I cut down a little bit, but Or did I make, guys, you know, I don't remember if I made this or this. No, pretty sure this is a legit carry-all. Okay, let me back this up, get on the tractor, and then we'll talk about some of this. Okay, so let's try to go over some of this. The handheld sprayer hose kit we don't need. These ratchet straps are what I use to hold the tank on. When we get the new tank set up, we'll show you. But, so, let's go over a little bit of the plumbing here. Get some of this out of the way. So what I do is I have this base that I made, painted. This is just, again, most of this came from a local farm store. This is 1-inch aluminum that's just bolted to the front with some through hardware and wing nuts. And I actually have 3 nozzles on this. You guys could make these longer, shorter. This just works out well for me. I know I can about spray maybe 2 feet to each side of the tractor tire. But I have this set up to do 2 things. One, to spray the yard. Normally I use 2,4-D, and I'll show you that. And then secondly, I use this to spray gardens, sometimes food plots, that kind of thing. So you can see underneath I have a single, I don't want to call it nozzle. That just goes straight down. It's a single one. So when I spray Roundup, I have very precise control. I think this is a 22-degree jet. And that's what's hooked up right now. And that just comes into this guy. And you can see I have 2 different hose ends on here. And I do that purposefully so you can't accidentally mess it up. So for instance, this tank only connects to the, you know, the male hose. And you'll see when I get my fertilizing and weed killing tank out, that one has a male adapter, screws into the female. So since we're not spraying Roundup on the lawn, because that would be counterintuitive, I guess it would still kill the weeds, just kill the grass. So this one will take off, should come out of there pretty good. Now, I said you could build these pretty cheap, and let me explain. A lot of guys, you'll see these tanks, these assemblies, on Marketplace for almost nothing. The pumps, you can Amazon them. These came from the farm store, whatever. These sprayer nozzles and these T-fittings don't cost much money. And honestly, if you're looking at an actual tractor sprayer, 3-point implement, you're gonna spend about $800 to $1,000. You could set one of these up with like 3 different tanks, like I have. Oh man, 4. I bet you're $250 to $300 in for this cheap carry-all 3-point. This up here is just kind of saw. You can put a gun across here. I think I used to carry something else in here, but these are just brackets, you know, spare metal add around. Ratchet straps are cheap. That's just a scrap piece of plywood. Honestly, the most expensive part on this, short of the carry-all, might be that piece of aluminum down there. And you can see I've they're attached with zip ties. That's only the right way to do things. So, like I said, that's the Roundup tank. Let's go and we'll get out the other tank, and you'll see it's set up pretty much the same. Might be a little bit bigger because, yeah, it is. It's a bigger tank. She's up here in the shipping container. Oh, she's heavy. Might have to put you down for a second. And again, just like labeling oil filters, anything, right? Weed and feed, fertilizer. This tank can do both of those. This one's a little bit nicer setup, a little bit bigger motor. Actually, that one has a gauge too, I guess. But so this one, like as I said, has the male end, and that'll connect into the female hose adapter, and which will give us 2 jets. Again, you can make these as big as you want. You can do the fancy fold-out brackets. Again, all that's really easy to make yourselves. Don't spend all that crazy money. And you might ask, well, how do I turn the motor on and off? So, somewhere on here, where are you? Up here, top of the tank, there you go, is just one of these quick 2-pin plugs. And here on the tractor I have an extension. So we'll extend that in there. And then on the tractor, when I wired all this, again, you don't have to get this fancy. This is just from when I wired this all up, if you'll remember. Or if you don't, if you haven't seen this video, go back and check that out when I go through tractor accessories. This is going to be this accessory button. So when I turn on that accessory button, it's going to close the relay on that unit, send power back to this 2-prong plug, and that'll turn on our pump. So we'll connect all that together, and I can turn this pump on and off from the comfort of my, well, today it'll be a hot tractor cab. So let me get this ratchet strap down, connected. We'll show you that. We'll fill it up. I'll show you the product I use, give you my don't do what I do speech, and then we got to get going. So here we are, not a lot to it again. We just connected our pump hose output to our 2 dual sprayers. That's just that male to the female. We got our ratchet straps. When I did this, I just drilled a couple holes down here to hold the end of the ratchet. And you don't have to crank these down, just there's gonna be enough weight in here, just enough for this one. Once you start getting more empty, this doesn't start shifting the tank around. You don't want to lose a tank halfway through a spray. We're all plugged in, so we're gonna go up, fill this with water. I'll show you the product I use. I'm gonna get some stuff cleaned up, and again, we will go over my, well, I'll give that speech now. So the product I use, you can buy at a farm store. Again, if you don't know what you're doing, be very careful with chemicals. Take everything I do with a grain of salt. I've been using this product for a long time, so I understand how to mix it. I understand how to control drift, when to spray it. Again, you can see it's a good day, very little wind, etc. So just remember that. That's my I told you so warning before we start mixing stuff up. I gotta get a longer hose. Story of my life. Okay, what did I do with the product I bought? Maybe it's still in the car. Oh yeah, yep, there it is. So you can get a whole bunch of different varieties of this. This is the stuff I like, and I'll explain why. I'll put this somewhere where you guys might actually be able to see it. It's very bright out. So I would say it's starting to get hot here, 75 to 90 in Wisconsin. And this is what I use. You can probably find this a bunch of different spots. This is 2,4-D. This is a concentrate, so we'll open this up and kind of figure out how many ounces we need. I believe it's typically about, I think that's a 25-gallon tank. I think I do about 18 to 20 ounces. I'll have to verify that. But there's 2 types of this. There's an LV400, and there's this AMINE 400. This is what I'd recommend for when it gets warmer out. This is more of a water-based product, and this one isn't going to, when it's hot out, isn't going to, what's the right word? Spread vapor off into, you know, potential gardening plants or anything like that. A drift, I guess, is probably another way to look at it. So the LV is great for when it's colder out. You know, maybe 40 to 55-ish. But if you're over 60 degrees, I'd probably recommend this. Probably means you're late enough in a year where this is good to use. This is more water-based instead of oil. And again, this one isn't going to drift near as bad as the other product. And this is very, very good for dandelions, broadleaves, crabgrass, big thistles, little thistles, clover, and other nuisances. For us here, we got crabgrass, dandelions, big thistles, little thistles, and clover that we're gonna go after. So I will show you how I mix this up, and again, read the documentation back here thoroughly. Understand what you're doing. I am not responsible for your lack of following directions or using products you're not comfortable or familiar with. Again, that's that. So I got to get a hose. We're going to fill that tank up and get to mixing. I believe, like I said, this is a, yeah. Oh, it's a 30-gallon. Okay, 30-gallon tank. So that might mean like 32 ounces of product, but I'll figure that out. I'll let you know what I do. All right. So I was right This is my measuring cup. It should be everyone's measuring cup. According to the directions, it's kind of what I remember. Oh, I got my drain's open. Just gotta close the drain up. I haven't used this guy in a while, I guess. All right, this calls for about a quart per 20 gallons, and we are going to be at about 30 gallons, so we're gonna go about 2.5 Dixie cups. And this stuff should be mixed. I don't ever mix it. I just kind of mix it with while the hose is going in. But it's like it's got about the color of a Diet Coke or a really bad transmission fluid. So let's see. Oh, I spilled. Try not to spill too much, as it's stinky, and I don't want the dog licking it because he's an idiot. Dilution is the solution to dilution is the solution to pollution. All right, there we are. And let's see. Oh, I spilled more. Gosh darn it. All right, more dilution. More dilution. Dilution. Yep, stinks. You should probably be wearing gloves, not get this on your skin, mouth, eyes. We're just gonna pretend to have all that PPE on. Good. Glad we come to an agreement on that. Now I lost the cover. There it is. Found it. Now I throw this away, I'll let you guys stare at that tank. Let me know when it gets full. And then the next thing we'll do is, after that's full, we'll test the, we'll probably drive down by those rocks that you can't see by the fire pit, back up to there, and we'll test the spray pattern, adjust the height to where we can get just a little bit of overlap so we know we're getting full coverage with the spray pattern. Again, I believe these are also 22.5, so by raising it up, we can kind of, with that and the tip size, we can control kind of how much product and how far we're going. We're going to probably layer on pretty thick because, like I said, the weeds they're real. So we're going to burn everything right to the ground. So we'll probably lower this a little bit, make a few more passes, but that's okay. Again, this setup gives you a ton of flexibility, which is great. So let me finish filling this up. We'll go by the rocks. We'll test the spray pattern and all that, and we'll get to spraying. All right, we're gonna go and test the spray pattern here. I'm gonna try to get you guys in a little closer, potentially. Oh, too close. Okay. Maybe. All right. It's bright out, I apologize. In the last video. All right, let's hit the buttons, see, make sure the pump isn't seized, make sure the tips aren't plugged, make sure we get some spray out of this. Yep, there you go. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Okay. Now another reason I like doing it here. Oh boy, it's too bright. I don't know if you can see this. Let's look at our spray pattern. We're about here. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna stretch my arms out. Yeah, I'm gonna guess we're about at an 8-foot spray pattern, give or take. So that's fine. That'll give us enough overlap. I'm okay with that. So let's get going, make some runs, and I'll set you up, make a few passes, and then I got some spraying to do. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, some non-automotive content, but I really had to get this lawn sprayed. But please hit that like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, really helps the channel. I hope you're liking the content. If you have any ideas for things you want to see, definitely put it in there. In fact, I have another couple ideas for a new channel that I might tool around with later in the summer. But we are very close. Exciting news to 200 subscribers. So please share the channel to your social media, tell your friends, hit that, like I said, that like and subscribe really helps us out. And really looking forward to getting to that 200 subscriber mark. But until next time, thanks for watching Beyond the Manual.